Hare Sri Sima Divine Grace, Shirabai Charanarvin Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Skandiviti Founder Acharyas Divine Grace Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtana Ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki, Nainita Gaura Pimanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Sarakaya Dakshurandritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Bande Hamma Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamanama Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Svam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Mad Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Vibhishakanditam Sya Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gauranga Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutili Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mutiraya Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Nara, Narayana Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta praya sabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Uttamashloke
Bhagavate Uttamaśloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki.
By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, offering devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental Sama.
Idam Bhagavatanama
Puranam
Puranam Brahmasamitam
Uttamashloka Charitam
Uttamaśloke Charitam
Chakara Bhagavan Rishi
Chakara Bhagavan Rishi
Nishreyasaya Lokasya
Nishreyasaya Lokasya
Dhanyam Swasyaya Namaha
Dhanyam Swasya.
This Bhagavata known as the Grantha, incarnation of God, is Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Surabhyai Namaha
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 Yat Chapter 4 and we're just beginning this chapter, which is entitled The Appearance of Sri Narada. We read text number 1. Shonaka Uvacha
Shaunaka Vacha Vada
No
No
Badatam
Vadanam
Yad
Yad Vacha
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Sutta Sutta Mahambara
Katham Bhagavatim Punyam
Katam Bhagavatim Punyam
Yada Bhagavan Shukaha
Bhagavan
Shaunaka Uvacha
Shaunaka Vacha
Sutta Mahabhaga
Vadano Vadantambara
Katham Bhagavatim Punyam
Katam Bhagavatim
Yada Bhagavan Shukaha
Bhagavan
Shaunaka Uvacha
Shaunaka Vacha
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Vadano Vatambara
Vadano Vadantambara
Bhagavatim Punyam
Katam Bhagavatim Punyam
Yadaha Bhagavan Chukaha
Bhagavan Shukaha Shaunaka Vacha
Shaunaka Uvacha
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Vadano Vadatambara
Vadano Vadatambara
Katam Bhagavatim Punyam
Katham Bhagavatim Punyam
Yataha Bhagavan Sukaha
Yadaha Bhagavan Chukaha
Shaunaka Vacha Vadano
Vadano Vadatambara
Tatham Bhagavatim Punyam
Katham Bhagavan Chukaha
Shaunaka Vacha
Shaunaka
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Vadano Vadatambara
Vadano Vadatambara
Katham Bhagavatim Punyam
Punyam
Yadaha Bhagavan Sukaha
Yadaha Bhagavan Chukaha
Shaunaka Uvacha no Vadatambara
Vadano Vadatambara
Tatham Bhagavatim Punyam
Katham
Shaunaka Uvacha
Shaunaka Uvacha
Sutta Sutta Mahabhaga
Bhagavatim Punyam
यदा भगवान् कः
यदा भगवान् शुकः Uvacha said, Sutta Sutta, O Sutta Goswami, Mahabhaga, the most fortunate, brother, please speak, Naha, unto us, Vadatam, of those who can speak, Vara, 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 respected, Katham, message, Bhagavatim, of the Bhagavatam, Punyam, pious, yet, which, aha, such, no, I'm sorry, said, Bhagavan, greatly powerful, Shukaha, Sri Shukadeva Goswami, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Shonaka said, O Sutta Goswami, you are the most fortunate and respected of all those who can speak and recite. Please relate the pious message Bhagavatam, which was spoken after me. Shonaka said, O Swami, you are the most fortunate of all those who can speak and recite. Of all those who can speak and recite. Please relate the pious message, O sage. Sutta Goswami is twice addressed herein by Shonaka Goswami to hear the text Bhagavatam lectured by Shukut, the or so-called learned impersonalists who cannot enter into the transcendental personal activities of the Supreme Person. Such impersonalists twist some meanings out of the Supreme, and the professional readers at once go to the 10th canto to misexplain the most confidential persons to recite Bhagavatam. Only one who is prepared to present Bhagavatam in the light of Shukadeva Goswami, and only those who are prepared to hear Goswami and his representative will speak and recite great and powerful sage Shukadeva Goswami. Message of the Sri but translates as the pious message of the Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to be spoken and heard by those who are not motivated by any personal gain. It is meant to be recited and heard by those who are eager to hear the message of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a very important principle in Vedic culture, which is absent in modern day society, actually. In the context of education, reciting the Bhagavatam, hearing the Bhagavatam is meant to be an educational um, experience we're meant to learn, to understand, to deepen. Our next topic, actually, good results to come in the context of subject matters such as Srimad Bhagavatam. Both the teacher or the speaker, as well as the those possess specific qualifications. Husband and wife. If there is potency with the husband, and also the wife can conceive, then there will be expected result. The wife will become pregnant. Husband must be qualified, and the wife must be qualified. So in a similar way, in, we say, transcendental circles, the message that is being conveyed needs to be spoken by people who have must be eager to hear this message, must be eager to understand. Then we can be a proper result. This was mentioned also earlier, and this is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. If one wants to understand about tattva, and tattva is the most important subject matter, that we should be eager to understand. Krishna explains the three basic qualifications that are needed. What are the three qualifications? Fortunate. He was right there in front of Krishna, hearing the message of Bhagavad Gita. We don't have that. Prabhupada explained that actually because our system is that the message transmitted by Krishna has been carried through the parampara as it is. Carried through the parampara as it is. That's why Prabhupada gave it the title Bhagavad Gita as it is. Therefore, anyone who is receiving this message today can get exactly the same benefit as Krishna, as Arjuna, rather, 5,000 years ago. So that is the importance of parampara. The parampara, the message, the original message needs to be coming down in Guru Parampara, and then it will be effective. So this is like setting the stage here. Sutta Goswami is returning after hearing Bhagavatam from Shukadeva Goswami, and he has like a perfect audience. They're all sadhus, eager to hear, waiting to hear. So it's like a perfect setting. You have a perfect speaker, Sutta Goswami. You have a perfect us. All of these sadhus actually very happy to receive such a personality and conversation. So we'll go right away to text number 3.
question.
Kasmin Veda Sanchogita Krishna. What place was this first begun of Dvaipayana, the literature? Purport. Vyasadeva. There are so many inquiries by the learned Shonaka Muni. It was known to him that the Srila Vyasadeva had already explained the text of the Vedas in various ways up to the Mahabharata for the unfallen members of the family of the twice-born men do with anything mundane. Medications. So it was physically at Shukadeva Goswami. Text number.
Mahayogi
Ekanta Matir Unnidro
Nidro
Budho Buddha Hiveyate. Translation report. Is Vyasadeva's son was a great devotee and equibalanced monist whose mind was always his ignorant person. Purport. Srila Shukadeva Goswami was lived by the illusory energy. In the Bhagavad Gita, this alertness is very lucidly explained. The liberated soul and the conditioned soul have different engagements. The liberated soul is always engaged in the progressive path of spiritual attainment, which is something like a dream for the conditioned soul. The conditioned soul cannot. Similarly, the engagement of a conditioned soul appears to be a dream for the liberated soul. A conditioned soul and a liberated soul may apparently be on the same platform, but factually they are differently engaged, and their attention is always alert, either in sense enjoyment or in self-realization. The conditioned soul is absorbed in matter, whereas the liberated difference is explained follows. Yes. So, this great personality, Sri Shukadeva Goswami, who, as we were discussing, self-realized, and Prabhupada is making the point here how, yeah, the importance of alert, always on the lookout for sense gratification, whereas the transcendentalists are alert for opportunities to advance in Krishna consciousness, opportunities to be engaged, and opportunities to progress or advance in self-realization. The difference in alertness is how one is engaged. So we should always be nicely engaged in what is the the name of that
Katwan.
Katwanga. Yeah. Everyone knows.
For
Huh?
one means he asked boon, that he.
He was a great king, great fighter.
Yes.
Vedic kings are, well, yeah. One who's actually Kshatriya will be having that quality, but sometimes it is exceptional. The answer came in celestial time 1 second,
Yes. 24 minutes.
and on earth it means like a few months.
24 minutes.
24 minutes, huh?
Yes.
24 minutes. 1 second?
It-
24 minutes.
Like that, it's there. They told that you have one ghadi like that in celestial, so it becomes 24 minutes in Earth.
On the earth, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, the time is nicely explained in detail in the Bhagavatam. And below 1 minute, there are many divisions.
Yes.
Not only one or two. There are many, and they all have their name. It's like there's one verse that explains about getting the association of devotees. What is that?
Lavan matra sadhu sangha.
Labhamatra.
Sadhu sangha sarva.
Yeah.
Sadhu
Sadhu
sangha.
Sadhu Sangha,
Sarva.
Sarva Shastri Koi, Labhamatra,
Sadhu
Sadhu
Sangha.
Sangi, Sarva Siddhi Koi. Labha
Yes.
means less than a second, huh?
Yes. Less than.
Less than a second. Just like we have calculators, mark calculators. So before it can appears, the thing turns real quick, huh? So time is always running. And time, of course, is like, even on this planet, time is different for different living entities. Alert. A devotee means someone who's thoughtful about what he is doing, and nectar devotion expert advanced devotees don't like to waste time. One of the symptoms described by Srila Rupa Goswami. We should be wanting to properly utilize our time. But also the materialistic people, they cannot conceive, they cannot understand how devotees think. They are on a different armies, materialistic vision of a transcendentalist. That's also explained in the Bhagavad Gita, where it is night for the transcendentalist, is day for the materialist, and vice versa. And tomorrow, the text that we'll be reading will be showing, demonstrating this particular point. Yes. Yes.
Some living entities feel the time. People also feeling the time another way. In the human body, we can feel the time differently. For example,
Например, мы когда счастливы, или праздник какой-то, или что-то, время, ну как бы сознание связывается с энергией высших равенств планеты, время протекает очень быстро. Человек говорит, ну как бы очень быстро закончился праздник.
for example, when we are happy, time is going on so much fast, and so because some сознание
Oh,
связано.
yeah.
Да, сознание связано с энергией высших
Like
планет.
consciousness is connected. In that time, consciousness is connecting with the higher planets, and time is going faster.
Yes.
А когда, например, в школе современной детям не нравится учиться, то теперь 45 минут кажутся очень медленно текущими, и кажется, когда же закончится эти 5 минут, или в тюрьме человек сидит, время очень медленно тянется.
And when it's like people sitting in a prison or situation when he don't like it, time is slow, so very
Very slow. Yes, that is there. Yes, that is true. So the time factor, which is one of the 5 principles in the Bhagavad Gita, we experience there's eternal time and then there is relative time. Past, present, and future is what we experience. So in the spiritual realm, there is only the present. One is always fully, completely absorbed in the present. Yes. So we are, these differences are there because we are in the relative world, isn't it? The relative world. But one who becomes a devotee devotional activities are not are not of the material world. So as Prabhupada mentions here, yeah, devotees live in a different world. Although we are here in the material world, but we live in a different world. Externally, it may appear to be the same, but because the consciousness is different. Yeah. Yes.
Есть такой вопрос в Шримад-Бхагаватам 1.4.2 говорится о том, что есть сети и ученые-персоналисты, которые неправильно толкуют Бхагаватам. В связи с этим, почему бы Бхагаватам если она как бы, почему бы в нем внутри главы не было бы таких стихов, как Шатсандарти или Дашмалтатва, которые бы не позволяли осквернять Шримад Бхагаватам. То есть они бы Бхагаватам само себя комментировало. И тогда не надо было еще двойного кого-то.
Last verse, 142, it says that there are people who are misexplaining Bhagavatam, and why in the Bhagavatam there are no such kind of verse like Sandarbhas that can be so like if there will be some verses and the people who are misexplaining for other peoples cannot do that because it will be explaining without any purport for that verses. I don't know.
Why are there no verses?
Yeah, like with Satsandarbhas, something like that, which people who are trying to mis-explain that, they cannot do that because it is said already in verses as it is.
There are all the statements of the Bhagavatam are crystal clear. It's just like the verse we were reading yesterday in the Satsandarbha class, the Vedanti Tat Tattvavidam, Tattvavidam Jnanamadhyam. That is clearly establishing the 3 features of the absolute truth. But because of impurity of consciousness, people will read it differently. It's just like Prabhupada gives the example. Everyone reads the same verse, right? that one should surrender. Mamekam saranam vraja. But most people, they give their own. So it is obvious that Krishna is referring to him, Mam. But most people who translate the Bhagavad Gita give a different meaning to that Mam. So, in other words, both in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, the meaning is crystal clear, but because of what is it? Because of impure or contaminated consciousness, people read it differently. So we don't have to change the Shastra, we have to change our consciousness.
Почему тогда Кришна в том же стихе Бхагавадгиты 18.66 не скажет «мне, верховной личности Бога, предаться»? Ну, то есть тогда не будет толкований «мам». Ну, то есть уже Кришна сам сказал «мне, верховной личности».
But why in Bhagavad Gita, in that verse, Krishna didn't tell like mom for for me, supreme personality of Godhead?
Huh?
I mean, why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita in that verse didn't tell that mom, it's like you have to surrender unto me for supreme personality of Godhead?
Because in so many of, just like Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mata Sarvam Pravartate, there's so many verses in the Bhagavad Gita where he's already explaining that he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it doesn't have every time he speaks, I'm the Supreme Personality.
Да, да, вот почему он именно в этом стихе не скажет. Ведь люди читают каждый стих, они, ну как, вырывают от предыдущих стихов. А здесь в каждом стихе все говорится.
Обычно Махарадж сказал, чтобы не повторяться каждый раз. Не верховный, не верховный, не верховный, здесь верховный, не верховный.
It's like when you talk to somebody, you don't tell them, your name all the time.
Nah.
I'm
Я санатан,
yeah.
Но если так не говорить, тогда люди начинают искажать.
Otherwise, if we didn't tell like that, people start to
Yes, less intelligent people start like that. Less intelligent people. Krishna is already established in so many verses.
Yes.
Mata parataram nanyat considers. There's no one superior to me, Krishna explains also. And this last verse, Sarvadharmam Parityagya Mamekam Saranam, comes at the end, means after establishing, after explaining that he is that Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he gives this verse that one should surrender unto me. Yeah. Okay, we can close for now. Jai Grantarasma Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Hare Krishna.